ya dada I no one say ukọ ya neja because when you school yeah glue right
Yeah.
with bunch starch
Yes.
you know edit
Sort in your books in the account.
but we are a debate 3 days ukọ na
agene
na afi anase enya scent bi a enya pleasant
yes
nti entumi amfa kwan a ebetumi afa so aye such that ebe last
afi yansa na agena akoso bi yankoi
mento aso suspected armed robber Acheado pleads not guilty. Esutifi North MP's case adjourned again as prosecutors pray for more time. And also, Ewahanum Mankesim Traditional Council supports revised lithium lease agreement. Ewaha. Goldfields graduates first cohort of community youth apprenticeship trainees. And also, Ewahanuma Ubetimi Enyebi Akai. Minister Jinapo others honored at 9th Ghana Energy Award. Netherlands donate 2 intrusive scanners to NACOC. Ewaha. Yanko Nigeria memo. Hey. They say a 2 baba ni 2 mama. Omo na omo trendy o. Enyasem ketua. Enyasem ketua wa Nigeria man. Yanko, Nigerian embassy in Guinea-Bissau grants asylum to opposition candidate. Tinubu was not properly advised about Mahmoud Yakubu's nomination as ambassador. Bridesmaids, 8 others abducted in Sokoto. AEDC gives reason for blackout in Abuja. Way air stories are not pay over the chronicler. Ubenye bi akain.
Mame fanchia kese emfa enkonkoma ura Haruna Mohammed. Oye a member of parliament for Esunafo North Pessoano so. Honorable enano pay mame fanchia kese emfa enkonkoma we. We are expecting honorable say in the coming days obeba pahwa da benso na yene no atenase ne di enkoma hodo. Nti honorable otiminka anopay yemfa chi enchi akese emfa mom. Na yemfa daily graphic do bokrata no etifin sem de bi informative for na iPhone anopay. Ofa then abeche minimum na anopay. Daily graphic do bokrata no ofa asemti da animu boko conflict mediation. Parties embrace after final meeting Asantehene to present peace plan to the president. Enti otumfo o say tutu a wotosum yinu nana ababiu. Nana etenase efre eye ebusuam yinu a anase nipakuom yinu a womo ekopinten ewo boko ama woman dan nyina ne yensono eguja mu no enura ene beto dwa se nana tenase final mediation no ene enura ko so e wo manhia na yese dwumade ne nyina ko na wieye no na ne osebo kese pa ene ko so e wo kumase ene ne mantema na ase ne bro no ahodo eso ene enuanom yenu aka wo mo ho abomu a eye ni jesempa ze videos no na amako aya no pe videos ni bia bi edi ato aman because say na amanfo ebose okọ Asanteman Council ewo eye Facebook wa obetimi anya videos ni bi de etire de ebe etire ene se afiansa na ede asomdwe entotoa na asese no a wo mu enyina agitu mu no wode eko ede akwa akoto mampanyini His Excellency John Dramani Mahama na nim poor wase results chief examiners report should guide solutions and not make me say we will find the details in the chief examiners report and on the betray and then when the chief examiners report mostly they give recommendations in the brand new school no ayana panyini ba ko me tie kind pa na your friend Mr. Usu na ono no be hyew o friend Samyare o se abada ho a on tran ma koda nyimi nti ene obema aba no asa yare ntempa Mr. Usu ne jimi twa ba na wahia wo krum o se mi twa ho na anko wo ho o tran ba meto aso na ofa chief examiners report eno ena na o hye editre yade because eno ema guidelines and say eno ema recommendations as to how a kyerɛkyerɛfo betumi akyerɛ de anase eniema akwan befa so a o betumi akyerɛ ne yie na emofra no betimi ate ase na omkochoro nsonwe do wo matimi apase enti chief examiner's report no de beba na eba ebenya ntoboase ani adosodoso mu na emu enai ebeto akoso ne adisa nkomo no 24-hour economy yields results vice president highlights gains enti eno edaha kratafe toso edu miensa daily graphic de obokrata no fa betimi hunu no nya bia kenkan mampanyi abedi akire ena ode asema tudwa se enei 24-hour economy policy no eya ade amfaso ahyase a ebaso pa enti ene open faso no a ofa daily graphic de obokrata no kratafe toso edu amiensa obetimi hunu sansem ne bi no wakenkan ho Bank of Ghana asye ne ekono na Bank of Ghana ene ne omde aba betudwa ekire mu se enche bia womo de krata ebema sika krabia wono wokọ na akwa akwaje besia yemfa nsihu bia enka ho tie ne hip 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 hooray yanuma ye pesika akese edi enwuma ahodo no we die ebekọ edi ama yenyina ebeboa se de ebetimi enya the needed capital etimi abie enwuma ahodo a yeyo no emu yemonwra abibima mu Cameroonian opposition figure Ekani dies in detention tienra ebetu dwawo say Cameroonian opposition leader Anisset Ekani who was supposed to bid for president by a rival to the country's long-serving leader October any etinukotum say wo ahwere ne nkwa kratefe to sunum daily graphic fansam na kenkan ewo ho GHS 2024 report shows persistent maternal mortality, which is a critical issue, public health concern. It was it me Eddie and Ecoso because at a point in time, you say maternal mortality baffum. Adena Simon home so. What are we not doing right? You must answer. I called for cancellation of zipline contract. Majority leader tells Parliament. In majority leader Ora Mahama Ayarga. Eno dia tudwa se womo eyehwemu hu krata ahodo mu a aban ene zipline contract ye do mu ntem won se dabi me hwe de ekono nya de a oman no etimi nya mfaso papa bia e de free sa contract no mu ntie ne tintontan ye ne womo entwamu na so opoku edware a ne ho mpae opoku mfa ne nkum edware na me ho apae enti sansem yi no de betudwa kratifa toso edu enwotwe ofa betimi hunu sansem no na wakenkan ewo ho. We are committed to ensuring high quality education. Vice President Professor Nana Jane Opoku Agyemang and all this asem ya to just say dia na ban NDC aban a wodi oman animu no. Won de oman krado pass adesua ehonsem ebetumi egyina brane akoyima okowiase afana nyina ne ayeye wa ha no ebeye nhwesode e dia ma enipa dodo anase aman dodo bebre no ano. Scrap appointment of assembly members. IEA polls reviews public opinion. And this is another big issue for conversation. Say yen scrap the appointment of assembly members. No. Say yes scrap ya. Then some the river. Kratifeto su edu enson IEA enomo ejemu a omo de sansem wi eba tu dwa. We ene ensema hodo ni biafa daily graphic double krata no. Ena no pa betumi hunu mu no akenkan.
Yemfa the Ghanaian Times into also let's promote sustainable food production. Minister urges corporate Ghana. NHIS tariff to be increased by 120%. And Health Minister Kopiemu Ewo Government Accountability Series and I say eno this and same way any other a year information etudra ewo honum. Asantehene concludes Boko mediation set to brief President Mahama. GPHA's Dr. Entry Bosiako named 2025 Public Sector PR Leader of the Year, Maritime. Killing of former NPP Chairman, High Court discharges Gregory Afoko Alangde Asapke, and also Ewo Ahanum. I hope say Edino Membuchano, and also Ewo other stories. Albania Ewo a year the Ghanaian Times. Musi Pandai seat cannot be declared vacant yet. Speaker rules. Sanarigu MP breaks ground for 3.3 million city development project. Minority describes Pandai rerun order as unconstitutional. Christ reminds us new church ordains 6 pastors. Gulf Central Command wins exercise targets path drill competition. Way air stories and pay over the Ghanaian Times ubet me akan ewomu.
The new finder double cratano at the manime na no pay na offer the new finder and somehow who do more and on the private me and be na working kind being the government projected to mobilize 225 billion Ghana cedis revenue in 2025. Inti aban na wodi esi nani so se o man afimu no nyina no sika ebetimi edi enya edi afri edwumadi ahodo a ye die so nyina mfa so ebetimi enya no ebegina 225.9 billion 225.9 billion. I see research on this answer we are to Gold Board unveils Ghana's first 24-hour digital gold showroom and no of the new finder double cratano and anopay excessive reliance on treasury bills hurting private sector. Analysts been on this as we are to just say bring no na abano abba the financial market, local, domestic and domestic financial market no abomodia abba bejiska kra no de akwako juma kakra say yadea the private sector say private sector no are not able to mobilize sika umbetimi edie umnyuma ahodo awomu no. GS dismisses claims of manipulation in 2025 was a result. Ghana Education Service and omden semia babetu jwa omu chire mu se amanfo nsem binu mu awomu eka se womu etintintintim niema mu eninti na amamofra no ammo omhomoden esa no wo se sansem ni nyina na nyaade a enokre ewa ha wei ene ensem ahodo a ewo the new finder do bokrata no mu na no pefa betimi hono no nya bia kenkan.
Meanwhile, the New Republic into us a $3.6 million All Africa Game scandal. GBC cash vanishes. Workers demand Director General suspension ahead of probe. Talkative Sefah-Danquah. Talkative Sefah-Danquah on SML, ego rampage, and no ewa hanum. Zipline turns into condom Korea. Health Minister slams scandalous drone rip-off deal. Ghanaian businesses need 13 certificates before operation. Business registration takes 1 to 6 months. Stories are offer the New Republic ubenye bi akai.
The hog double crater no edemanim he na no pe na over the hog double crater no memfa enchia emfa enkoma ura Charles McCarthy na ura Charles McCarthy wona esamufuo edema the hog double crater no na asem titre the double crater no say UMAT says it can clean Galamsey ravaged rivers with new technology. And esenka ya asem wodu Professor Richard Kwasi Amankwa wono ena oye vice chancellor for UMAT. Womo se womo ayehwemu etimi develop a technology a ebetumi ate yensuo ahodo no a yetu Galamsey dia ase no no ani ama ensuo no etimi ate krogen ni bete krogen a ebetumi de di enwuma ahodo e ye fiefie mu ene yenwuma emu. NPA convenes first LPG forum to tackle supply gaps. There is research for you. National Petroleum Authority. There is research for you. Civil society organizations. I hear research on the gaps in the supply of especially LPG. And so if there is anything to go by, you go and take the research and read about the research. And every research there are recommendations. One more a day, and near a bit to me to deal with the issues identified. So anyway, well, on my forum. So the forum, I believe, will serve as a precursor to Enyema Hodwa, and I say and to the National Petroleum Authority to bridge the gap. 98.9. Kofi Adams taps double snaps. Loyal YOC for youth role. No ewo aha. Nitivo whipping up concombats against me. Ken says video proof is coming. No ewo aha. Asantehene presses Mahama to act on rising joblessness. That is another topic for another day. But Fati, there is another issue that we ask the fire enko. How are the young ones surviving? The ones that are just starting life.
Sefa, I think the other issue is also what kind of jobs do the young ones want? One.
Yeah.
Again, what kind of service? I mean, I want you servitude. Are they interested in that? Ejuma bi wɔ hɔnom a, wankɔ serve a, you might not even get access.
Yeah.
But ebi mu wɔ hɔ a, I mean, the first thing they would ask is how much. That's the first thing. Also, do they have the requisite skills for the kind of ejuma na you wanna na? Because we are saying this, what must say? Skills that we would need going forward, you know, and yet such skills, you know, and be a ye was into the kind of jobs they want, you know, you may any skills. Last was it last month? And yeah, some graduations be right.
Yeah.
Last month, and Obi Eka I say, no per course via and it's in the you know your friend is saying, what is it called? Digital, you know, technology, social media, or per course via Ochinga na hanyina when you be that was previous year no, and enough your share a brochure so benye bia or apply ye to schools be a wenya. It's not I now see on but we nya funds no when yes cannot to go. It's not a hand pa and last year or say UPSA yeah sa course no. So what I'm saying is that traditionally no anka sa courses no uko your universities na unya bi
yeah.
But that is no na e work to say and perhaps we need to rethink your system, no?
How
to match up changes
Yeah.
na eba no. And also no okosia sa de ni wi a usually no omo yes you know they are thinking of self-employment. They are thinking of contracts. What am I saying? Ejuma kuo no, do they have established departments?
How do they even fix them in the organogram?
That's
in the first place?
exactly what am I saying?
Yeah.
And the kind of payer omu feel say
I was it to me.
I was say it to me the more no. You bet me the more money.
These conversations.
Why should I wake up at 4 to be able to get to my office at 5? When me da, in fact, and then I made that no cry your content. Eti me jojo be ho na me sorry na me say me come na me san kotom pe mo na me sorry wake up with me and let's start the day. Now I na ma nante na ma koto wachi. Na the other now some bet in office. Nothing moti. I need I can find saying.
I need a proposal.
I need the proposal. Can I have it by 12? 12, mother? Me sorry, I'm a koto dokoro. Content. You know? And why? Why should I come? Well.
Anyway, but I think that we need to sit down and have some of these conversations. Say and day in day out, employers keep saying that there is a mismatch between the Nkwadani Sua and what is really happening.
And is it a matter of say me say who here accountant? Maybe there are new accounting
software systems. How do I use the account? Models.
Into who go school now? Yes, that's so 1998 models, you know. Into who be doing more and I said they are saying say CIA here accountant be was an area say kono. Ebia here digital marketers. And you know accounting course na moye we university no munjai na munye digital market. I want to understand because sometimes you know we hide behind these rhetorics. Oh, the amuche was school na nye no na. Are we saying say theories they are unable to apply? And I say mismatch nature say courses are here cry and yeah. And now said then, we need to explain what that means.
Ghana Employees Association. You've been here, near the Matras and near the Madinkomo. Moving forward, these are some of the relevant conversations that we need to have. If indeed, I'm going to say, or mine, it to me, a dear, and come over, we'll see it to me. And I don't understand why sometimes you shy away from some of these conversations. Are we afraid? Are we fearful? Yeah, it's not a cranny if any money be a near maybe a yetcheren quadano, Suku. I pick my mano omu engoman and metimia shiman mobizas okay. Of what relevance is this? We know
You might think it's of no relevance. You might.
No, I try
But
to
one
think around
plus
it.
one, and your man, a year in real life, no.
Oh yeah.
Also.
Oh yes.
That's
Oh
what I
yes.
say. So you might. I think that it is a matter of the application of knowledge, application of ideas, real application. Say I can say 1 + 1 a 2 in life. No, how does it apply? Also, I say I think maybe a one no problem no because the any man say 1 + 1 is 2 asa. Into maybe our number 1 + 1 is 2 1 plus. Who we are 1 + 1 is 2 no.
In real life.
And then I would yeah. Maybe a one na to me and tremu yana say yam peki ye who the idea. And until you bet me I can say, oh, what is the relevance of learning colors? What is it? You don't learn the colors.
Exactly.
Who say red.
And that's the way you wait.
And it goes beyond. Who makes it white and blue?
What do you get?
Then, you know.
If you mix yellow and blue, what do you get?
And so it's not just about learning about colors. Say wear red, wear a whole you wait.
Yeah. Yan to as well. Na o the Ghanaian Times about you boy.
Mini Ghanaian Times about oversee anka ho
the National Enquirer.
National ewo ho
National Enquirer da manim.
Okay. In fact the overseer Emra.
Yeah.
Finance Minister inaugurates Airbait's first regional office in Cote d'Ivoire. Government to begin construction of 3 new regional hospitals in 2026. Akando and 2026. Double track system must be blamed for poor performance in 2025. Wasi Angel Kabonu and Eka Omo 2024 no.
But that explanation is not tenable.
Other stories are being any farmer remanded for allegedly raping a deaf and dumb woman. Deaf and dumb why the court ordered a complete Pandai rerun. Full details paper no with me be a kind so and success of Ghana's transition from crude to gas hinges on cost-reflective tariffs. Wait, stories are no pay for the overseer. We be a kind.
For the Enquirer, the Obokrata and ano pay. Ne hona abe hunu say a year GHIMs, MS Games roll out. Gets up a transformational leap in digital healthcare. Any dahao offer National Enquirer, the Minister of Health. Ura kwambina minta akando eno se ene na company bi wo wa digitize wo my Ghana your health information ni nyina yesi company no dwuma de de ehwe omusaso mu ni no mo antimi ani ni yie entie ne IGP bese yabom bongalat no ena owura kwabena minta akando enura wogina simpie so ne Ghana fo edin komo wo kyerem so foforo koraba emunyanto boase eyade a omo be digitalize bibia within our health system the amain over the National Enquirer the obokrata no a kratafa a etoso mienu miensa ene nan nseme wo ho a obetimi enya bi na working kind mame ensan kai wo se offer ene gold board jewelry unveils 24-hour e-commerce platform ene papa. First Lady urges Abri girls to uphold values ahead of 41st Farmers' Day celebration. ADB, Yamaha, CCT, Beacon Hill, and Ranan Support Fisheries Ministry. We asemode. Mame fanchia Emma Semufo of the National Enquirer, the Obokratano, Ora Prince, Maumbe, Kaunda, and Ti Enanope, Senior, and Jakesi and Amdema. The National Enquirer, Emu Ensem Binuno.
Memphis the Archives interest so whole buzzing with Volta Fair 2025 as 24-hour economy comes alive. Baumia's zipline drones delivering only condoms, mosquito nets. Hands off our cooperative mining project in Kasiem, residents warn politicians. Explosive tape recording against SP imminent. Pebu prepares petition for Kisie Jabin's removal. Way the archives.
For the New Independent, the Obokratano and Twaswe. Na asemtitre ai that the Obokratano mu 2026 World Cup a major branding opportunity for Ghana Chief of Staff. And on this same we to Ija. Pedifo advocates for homegrown investment in Africa. Said the bit me advance our agenda towards economic sovereignty. Be minus ikawum, Tinyan bit me akobenkrumu, Yabu Scano at the Yimpuntu Numa bit me abuapa. High Court frees Gregory Afoko after prolonged adjournment. No ewaha. Petitions for EC chair, deputies, and SP before Chief Justice for legal review. No Eda the Democrat and Menano pay for bit me hunu. Now when you be Akinkain 2nd of December 2025. Wapo stew dispute rekindled as Isaac Blampus return sparks fresh tensions. We and Semahodo for the New Independent Democrat and Abit me hunu Akinkain.
Daybreak, Boko factions clash at Menchia. Hey! They are course or no.
Was it clash?
They are course or no.
Who's reporting that? They never clashed.
They were American story in the Kakra.
They were happy. They were jubilant.
American
they were jubilating.
Maybe they clashed in happiness.
And I mean, they were pouring powder on each other.
They clashed in jubilation.
Yeah, they clashed in jubilation. That one is.
Maybe American story in the Kakra. Government announces 120% NHIS tariff hike. Cabinet Japan's campaign manager declares for Baumia. U.S. military flight to northern Ghana surge. 2025 WASI tough measures stopped cheating. GS and I can actually say, oh, the mutual and no more cheating. And this idea, must there be more be and cheating. You sana moka dia any yate why. You almost say, no, me the code is due on 3rd December. Eja, me cannot depot better no what. No, Eja,
one headlines.
One say me through a shade, say a kind of stray bullets.
And
stray bullets, though. And the local social media will say a straight bullet. Now, then a straight bullet, and then it was meant for you. So, Tulip Siddiq MP giving jail sentence in Bangladesh after trial in her absence. Poor governance breeds coup. ECOWAS AU must step in. Dr. Lasani Kwadwo and Ekasa Assembly Nina no offer a daybreak. Because I say
the Economic Times the BOG's policy rate cut has markets waiting for the follow through. I will say series succumbs to market pressure after a record 32% appreciation as at November 2025. Ambitious 2026 budget leaves stakeholders full of optimism. The Economic Times, the Obokrat was why the Bank of Ghana is now looking beyond stability towards growth. That's a lengthy write-up. NPA holds maiden national LPG forum. Ghana spent over $1.17 billion on imported fruit juice in just 3 years. Experts call for urgent shift to local production. Do we know what $1.17 billion is in Ghana cities? In 3 years, the imported fruit juice. And I'm not even concerned about saying but I'm talking about say, imagine this money, says Ikawi, is invested into the fruit juice industry. Anyway, say no Abraham Kunfi. But that's it. I mean, sure. A Kunfi de come up. The other buy is in Nakakadrubum, pineapple, no jinamu, taste nankasa. Ene wan fa bi ama.
Mpacho asa.
Oh. Ze said ya me hwe di automatic yona. Na ba ko e kai na ze. Energy Minister confident new PHDC board will court strategic investment for petroleum industry. Airport levy sparks debate over economic viability of Bolgatanga Airport project. We air the Economic Times, the Obokrata no, and ene emunsem no bi yedi abrewo no ha, and edi the Obokrata ahodo no etifinsem no edi ABC 25 minutes past the hour of 7.
News updates, trending topics, good music, and unbiased analysis of various issues. Listen to the Happy Morning Show on Happy 98.9 FM. We are your morning companion.
Yamamwa Kwaba, eba Happy Morning Show, so ewo Happy 98.9 FM.
Yes, sir. What is it? You don't me. Who is your me? What do you mean by here? What do you mean by here? I will tell you. When you sit somewhere and behave like you are talking to your co-equal. Am I your co-equal? You are if you are a hospital worker, who are you?
And then if you're a hospital worker, who? If you're a hospital worker, who are you? Yanka was social media trends na do so no. Now him say the bridge between millennials, baby boomers and Gen Z e bigina ahadea. Ne
Gen Z.
Oko UK Gen Z.
Yanka Gen Z.
Oko
Gen Z.
UK brofo na me use.
Yanka Gen Z.
UK brofo na me use.
You have no race, my brother.
It's too late to say that you are sorry. After you broken my heart. When I needed you to satisfy my soul. You turn your back and said, it's too late to say that you are sorry. After you broken my heart. When I needed you to satisfy my soul. You turn your back and said,
Unumilo, Sabwa, Utifie, a quiet pastor at Toko, Unim, quiet pastor at Toko. What's another Cotomilo now? What you are done here, you love to do. No, I can't feed in a. What a feeding in a. Jaya, now where Jimmy to do, Jaya, where Jimmy to do, millionaire the buyer and Kakaka, and then the Mano, and up from.
Entiano Pamamuza as a one no Milo, and as a one no Milo. Ono Milo no no say, cause Coco for ye papa no Coco for say, said in and saying, Quadano no Milo, Tafri Milo no, a Milo in Yenshu, Munyanto Boisier, Namon Tafrini. So ono Milo no now no do draw any a Coco cratis a common Jasadi now yen. Make an example, me fancha Emma a year Yenua a year Ora Isa, one and a cooperative school. Ghana cooperative kuku funi nyinano one dano your friend aka Gatuso a rapper fatisha lee and what the social media trends no brain and pay young so sister
the social media trends ne bro so na menka say matra eye mantaba mu yie pa idea Rwandan president Paul Kagame se si ane de ye say or the candle anwa a mo 5 kg bag no one mami bi say one na amanfo ani age papa wo social media I say a year before no so obi eno obroni a na ye ni age papa nti no papa kopie mu e wodwumedie bi ase na omo bisa na no nsem no say madam human right no ye ka human right yen ya ye we bibi memu ye fight for yen na mo na mote honum no Mo we mo ho to say human rights mo na mo kofa baaye no. Mo kra na mo nye no. Mo ma yentie eye ensem a President Paul Kagame eka ya ye kire say or the candle annual rise 5 kg.
98.9.
The only ones who respect human rights, or others, it's about violating human rights. No, we've fought for human rights and freedoms of our people much better and more than anyone, including you people who keep talking about this nonsense. Where we have taken our country from and where it is now speaks for itself. The rest of the story just comes from this complex. You know, these two worlds where there are people who know everything about human rights and all kinds of things, and another world where people are just people who don't know. But these are our human rights. It's not, when we respect the things we respect in our countries, it's not for you, it's not for anybody else, it's for ourselves.
Is it not
So
universal?
you don't sit
right?
there, yes, it is universal, but you don't sit there. If it is universal and you believe it, then you don't become the judge yourself. You don't start telling the others what to do, what they should not do, or that what they are doing is not to your satisfaction. Who are you? Or what the whole list you've been spelling out as if, you know, what is in Rwanda is really hell. In fact, forgetting the hell that we have gone through, that we stood against and sorted out when you were there just talking about more or less nonsense. Because
Do you reject the accusations, for example,
it's
from Amnesty
rubbish,
International?
absolute rubbish.
You reject that?
Rwanda is completely different from what it was 25 years ago. In fact, maybe you need to be looking around in Europe. You are violating people's rights. When we have this problem of people being bundled and sent back to sink in the Mediterranean and so on, and so many people being mistreated in your own countries, why don't you talk about your human rights and stop just offloading everything?
Well, this is a development conversation, so
No,
in the
it's
context
not.
of development.
You are not the one to determine what conversation
Okay.
or what points to raise in any conversation. You are asking questions. This is what I'm saying. You are asking questions and you are giving yourself answers.
Well,
You really need to.
No. And Motie, you know, Rwandan president na Motie Nenkano. Charmaine essay Kagame is good at PR. Miss Praise essay, who are you? President Kagame ate with that question. Israel is torturing Palestine and you are here telling Africans about human rights. Focus on your continent and leave us alone. Amechi essay, in the immortal words of Ice Cube, you picked the wrong one. And also Ewaha. Embassy essay, I love that he addressed it straight on and I love the answer. A leader, I love that she was quiet to listen and didn't get defensive or keep interrupting. Good journalism. And Amon December essay, Clark it. And also thoughts and action official say, you are asking questions and you are giving yourself answers. Lucy essay, way. Sasso and Shazi, essay, he's a great guy. He speaks with proof and authority. Sasso and Bankole say, by the way, they all watched Israel massacre Palestinians. Matara say, 100% never met such an accurate, satisfying answer. Morocco, essay, nobody has violated human rights more than the Western world. Sasso and Alim Poetry say, I love this man, Wallahi. Hanef say, if there is ever a United States of Africa, I vote Kagame. And Obinsu the only be on what Chinese fried rice and order not to say we cook yangasa. Aretha, as a British journalist, seem to be charged with an agenda to judge every non-European country and treat them as subordinates, all the while practicing selective amnesia of the atrocities Britain committed around the world and its continued neocolonialism practices to date. How many conflicts have resulted in a consequence of British imperialism? Biafra, Nigeria, Hong Kong, China, Iran, India, Palestine, Israel, RSFA, UAE, Sudan, America, Argentina, Falkland, Iraq, Libya, and the list is just long. The audacity of British journalists to question anyone on human rights is diabolical. Olumukeya said, tell your soldiers to leave the Congolese territory. We all know that your goal is to make the Kivu for Rwanda, but it will never happen. Intisa in a comment no etie. Na se omono aye no onom si debi. Fried rice ye 1 dodo. Moma yenye ensen fancy jaso na fe no enye mutun se ne be ya wo de won seti na wo the African way a wo mene akokama e no mo se ne hwan na yebetumi afre no ama odija aba begu ade ase e no mo se omuma yemfre eye PLO Lumumba enfambra muntie
33 currencies, none of which is used to conclude transactions anywhere. I come to Addis Ababa, 33 currencies in Africa. 33 currencies, none of which is used to conclude transactions anywhere. I come to Addis Ababa, Ethiopia, and I show my shilling. They say, what is this? But let me show the dollar. Oh, this is it. Let me show the euro. This is it. 80% of transactions in Africa are concluded outside of the continent in dollars. So you may have the Central Bank of the Federal Bank of Ethiopia, or Mickey Mouse. You may have the Central Bank of Kenya, Mickey Mouse. You may have all these 54 central banks useless. Because we are not playing in the real league, we are playing in the small league. That is the state of the continent. So as you have the honor and privilege of serving in the government of Ethiopia, and as you think about integration, that is the continent in which you are now, weak. That is the state in which we are. I watched a woman from Nigeria who had been rescued from the Mediterranean around Lampedusa saying, I will not go back to Africa. Even if I die in the Mediterranean, I'll try again and again. What is it that can make a human being say that I do not want to go back to my home? Because the natural instinct of a human being should be that you want to go home. It's because we are weak. 33 currencies in Africa. 38.9.
Entino PLO Lumumba ena ote nenkana waba abema rice no ho aye motu achi akoko na mato so amaye ya ye de eji ye ni ekono comment e ba no enie base coach say Gaddafi tried to unify the currency by creating the African dinar. They killed him. You found to say, I'm glad he's using Mickey Mouse as an adjective. This is my favorite thing. Ozenri essay, okay, what is the solution? Rasim essay, Gaddafi's dream, and he was killed for it. Static essay, he's a great speaker. Lucas say, may the universe grant this level of consciousness to all African leaders and followers. CXMNH say, reminds me of Gaddafi, rest in peace. Lorenzi essay, I wish people like him could create an African team of Avengers to lead us out of this mess. You know, Ewaham. Comedian essay, those who should lead liberation are busy robbing their own people. Dealers as leaders. Farmer doctor essay, one of the greatest minds in history. Ntisa ena comment no etie. Na se si ane de idea enra a health minister eco PM or government accountability series ase ena odin sembebre etu dwa NHIS ye ba betum alcohol 120 by 120%. Hospitals are ye ba besie. Nem se na ne nije sem kese pa anti oduko PM accountability series na se say okwa kwachreche ni nsem mu se ba ne zipline na. Enti o cheche mu no say eh munim say zipline yakwa sign a contract say busumi bia ye betu $88,000 per drone. Enti so mu drone no eye 10 a and ye say 88 times 10. Na no krampo de anka nya asem se ne uye adwuma na ye etua na wo fly yi ukonye obi te say eyi a shaka na nka ogina se o na omiemia na drone so ne namwiem supply no me wo so o se nka no podi anka nya bone but contract ne kire say so drone ni tuo say nantio so do em say drone ni agency de hia ne say wutua ne ka na wutua ne ka enti say tuo say ntuo 88 no ye beje sa na o se contract ne tie enti na che say sika buburu ja na ye tua ema zipline e wa abra omo hye da mbo no ma ba cho sa na minister ne kan enya me na me ka emo mu fa me nkoko court misrem ada braka na all kana no se munim bibi we put the be shock mo say zip line no ade a yesi nnuro a ehu hia ebi obi hia moja wo baby a car ehu ye nanka ye de moja na to drone so na ne tu fan na edeko afa de jowo ekohia ne kanchima bi wo baby wo area ho baby omo si o condom as omo si o moon fresh zip line jowo hia condoms wa ha onti fa na omo de hun na omo de ko mosquito net ya ukopie mu wo African country bia minister wa beka say mosquito net na say am ma e wo ho mo de palm wedding gown e de share wedding gown na small wedding gown na yehu na omo say obi hia wedding mosquito net bi na omo say zip line for mo wa he mo fa nto so na mo fa mbra say ne say ho mo de mo ma yentie dia minister no e kan
98.9 services was to concentrate on the hard to reach areas and emergency services. But upon review of the activities, what we have realized is that the hard to reach areas constitute only 12% of the activities, 12%, 1-2. And emergency services is 4% of the activities. And it will interest you to know some of the items they fly. Items like condom, blood donor cards, not blood donor cards, mosquito nets, food and nutrition items, adhesive tapes, syringes and needles, education materials, among other things, textbooks, exercise books, uniforms, and a lot more. So these
Happy FM 98.9.
Eja, say dey yesi mo medical supplies, the condom muton drugstore.
Yes,
medical supply is emergency. In fact, emergency. That time maybe anani pano. Just say abane hate anwa. The near bro nye binti dey emergency.
I don't like it when he trivializes the supply of condoms.
Sefah, mami.
Fatty, it dovetails into the conversation.
Then the emergency. Supply of condom emergency.
But when
emergency.
Fatty,
emergency.
When baby
who shall not say I emergency ma fakosha ice block mu man njojo. What is that? The emergency ben. Enti minister na mote ne nka no minta kando na na o treat mu no say em say the na ehye no cry ehye no eye donor card no. Ebia ni palo so mra so okoji moja no mu na open card na de no mo so mu de mo fly from brain. Comment about no any said rock say donor card how as the prela say just terminate the contract la Messiah say so use it for its intended emergency purpose so and my Vogue Live said damn their drones cannot fly a patient Almas I say the blood cell some no day so what do they deliver if you don't call a family to donate you buy OT boy say maybe that is what the nurse said they needed. I say maybe what the nurse said was true. I say I wish I can get him one-on-one interview. Sam Salasi or say condom delivery is an emergency, please. Reason see enti papa way boko there. Could say massa condoms be someone's emergency, Mr. Minister we. You see, I am very, very disappointed in the health minister, I swear. Cassava treatment, I say, and this is what we were paying $6 million a year for. Another create, loot, and share. And sir, and I comment, etie ewo honum, yenfa a year, the final kaluno, and for my yen ewo honum, we are seeing muno, one now how Mon conquer share jamwa. O nims are the oyeno. Oya de ne ho ato asem because body wo ho meko wo ho konsusu a ho dem biem na ehia kanam e na ono ade ne ho akoka equation ni mu from baby yantam different places edua bi kra seed ho enim ho edua na se kra ho da bi ejamo ne say obefo apampan na akodem any other ingredients no akoka bom tie no ye ba ye tam won ne apampan ni ingredients ni nyina straight to kitchen na che say yakoshe o meko kama ko Facebook happy 98.9 FM na kokoshe baby a ejamwa eho e na obenya ahoto a wada say hate onim de ekoso meko ni kura nhihye ni hwinum comment e ba no enie Brow Pam was see where ye cut so ow. Okay, mentiasia. Kweku, I say my people never disappoint. Mahome can say asem penny panipa ne asem. Solid maize, I say just add onions and that is a complete cat soup. Philly say Kaswa the Wonderland. Intisa ena comment netia anope aha ena ye social media trends no ebesi ediama yen.
Yena a rapper for this ase na mema ye honorable Kwabena Minta Kando aso ente say sometimes you need better and further particulars. How many times ena ye de zipline drone no a year a suma condoms a school uniforms any a year blood donation cards no ABR the blood donation card was critical at the point or say it to me who answer it yetimi ama ne moja anamebwa. Because if she will be called no kase, se fati oko only yes of course. Fati se oko no kase uye donor. Na enu go say auto blood na say pezunya a blood nintente. They will request for your they will request for evidence. Of course, me
now who you donor now more request for evidence.
Yeah.
You are supposed to get your evidence. Hospital no then corporate drone.
Emergency
situations. Happy say ye donations ye blood donation drive na. Ye nya donor card na mama for babeje. Enti na nipa no say happy FM for twin blood na me ko twin ye enti me card no na mo hospital no ma friend drone. And I'm the patient to obey the afraid drone say and to say drone go happy na kokoje me
oh my ebi wa hanti me sremo ko happy unza betimi aka. And again don't trivialize the flying of condoms. Ora minta kando don't trivialize it the flying of condoms because a critical issue. In Fati over 340,000 Ghanaians are living with HIV and AIDS. Are living with HIV, AIDS. And so, enyema bit me aboa ama nipa dodo no abom ho ban e de free side adowa. Ene ho no. I don't think that we should trivialize it. But then, for me, somebody who likes data, omo flight records no, e bit me akere ebre a drone itu ye the item a woman. So if it was consistent say abribia no na ye the drone no fly condoms in the cake then questions must be asked. Say a consistent say abribia no ye the fly a blood donation cards in the cake then there is a question. But if it is a one-off event and I say out of the ordinary event, then there may be a reason behind that one out of the ordinary event. And that cannot be used as an example. And I said that cannot be used as a basis for government wanting to abrogate the contract with the air zip line. And I think government is being transparent when it comes to Enyema way Nubi.
Yeah.
That's a good thing for every Ghanaian beer with this answer.
I think there are more questions, and usually, we get lost in the frenzy, in the drama, in the hey. Now, we read the comments in the crowd who say the whole focus of the whole zipline contract or issues, Akoka condoms.
Yeah.
Eso.
Yeah.
Now, zipline contract, in the contract, omuan omo sorry, and omunam krum, epic items, any product omo pe. And omu fly na
Debbie.
Why they make a request so call a Winnipeg government hospital omu here blood and omu see ebi wokolebu nti munkwaje emfa flying brain
health directors I hold on more
and why and sanction omu say monfa mosquito net emra monfa condoms emra monfa textbooks emra what's my say we should hold the
orders no originating from
accountable.
Yeah.
Because let's not forget that the minister said the contract said say whether you fly or not, we have to pay you 88,000 per drone a month.
Yeah.
Into drones in this is one as a condoms as sadia. Maybe the conversation is that there is no need for drone services. That is because there is no need such that any emergencies be here drone services no. Ain't no. Ya sign a contract and there was a use na anti use. Eventually, I will not be surprised if you to say drone could supply a fried rice or baby. Because why they make a request, you know? Why they make a request, you know? When they were signing the contracts, did they give specifics? Say we are over with the blood beko, with the medication beko, with what I say, and now say, can to say ye newsroom, ye can I my no, and KBA as editor no, me sorry I be a me koto do kuno wada braka.
No team.
Na me team. Me cause spark or jojo me ho.
Now
team.
Okoyuti. Now team.
And now say, can na omudiama news team no. Assignment. Wokɔ pɛ story aba.
Yeah.
Enkwa na wobetumi edie use.
Yeah.
Was it spelled out? And I said, oh, health service. To say, anka media minyaya. As a Gen Z, you know. Omusi o news team, news editor, mokani. On same or man cafe and can be. What's I say? And tell me asana omo health ministry, no. Sana my end said drones in here, more of 5 drones. Whatever you want to use it for.
It's
5
your own
drones.
cup of tea.
Mufanye.
Well, 9 minutes to the top of the hour. 8. Happy morning to you. Was good sweat here. Kai say you bet me more kunya now. So our Jumadi is 0551 916 565 Mame and Kai Sen Kumum, you know, we'll have a conversation around the prevalence rate of HIV and AIDS. Oh my man, it was International AIDS Day, my boy, and NAD ASR. And I know say the AIDS Commission, there are a lot of activities to raise awareness. Say bit me ako inchibiu na yakai hu say ade no egusu ho edokura amanfo ha amanfo. Ene enura hodo aba eboa atimi abre the impact and say esunsunso no ebre ano ase. Nti say utimi fa bi nko ade a ebetimi aboa ama wonkwana no ayetentene ede ama. But the point is that we have a lot of the people dodo no the over 300,000 HIV and AIDS my mono. Ye kana ye one more who ejina won ho so mujadene mujamono no won ena yade no edo kro mo. What seems to be the issue? Are we going back to the days things that we were doing things with abandon? Yen said that enye ahweye ewe dwumadi ahodo namu yekoyi tree paniani and nema hodwa ye use. Are we going back to that? Could that be the reason in tia ene send the padodo one enya HIV and AIDS and as are living with HIV and AIDS media no ejumadi ye ya bre anwasia na and as people are now being exposed to a lot of content aging jump to let them engage in things that will predispose them to having HIV and AIDS. Yebidi ehun enkomo ene anope. But ene anope, the conversation on Nkwadano Modimbo in the West Africa Secondary School Certificate Examination results no ebekoso ora long mate oka neck ho enti ene ba be pie mu ofidua mu a yene ne betena se na yedi sa ensemi ehun enkomo wonso wadwenkyere yebeje bomodia fa bi efa WhatsApp 0594 051 145 0594 051 145 and I see beauty for human to mob modern train numbers it way na otimi afre akyere wadwene 0555 563 916 and 0555657270 0551 563 916 and 0555 57278. Happy morning show and was a good sortie.
For all the news updates, trending topics, good music, and unbiased analysis of various issues, listen to the Happy Morning Show on Happy 98.9 FM. We are your morning companion.
Your Mwachio, near Mama Kwaba, about Happy Morning Show, so Happy 98.9 FM.
Hey, Kofi, let me a country man. About the Dano year, I brought you just 1,000 Ghana cedis. Me a 1 year.
Uyo bio yunkunya.
Wait, see. Me a Happy FM Valentine Mass Wedding 2026.
Sa dwumadie no a ye hoahoa wo se oye odehye niema koda ahogye kese na ye san ema manfo di wakire se de oye celebrity no.
Wetwa, be fie dionini, ane de aka odo ho asema. Ye kan warefo bebrabom.
Sesi anu me mpra no miensa no ba.
Debi Kofi. Oba baako, bema baako, odo baako.
Happy FM Valentine Mass Wedding. Well love meets affordability. Our career on another level. Don't know.
Before registration forms, our Happy FM Asalam down.
So person also yasenia. Obetimi afrete to for home 0244 906 235 and I say 0302 254 858. Mamen Kaiwo send she kakra wo.
From December 4th to 7th, join thousands at the Perez Dome for the biggest gospel celebration of the year.
Worship, praise, and plot. Honors and Fanfare 2025.
Performing on the night, Pastor Joe Beecher, Nana Yawasari, Mark Enim Jirenchi, Kwasioting, Joyce Blessing, Muda.
4 days of stage play, a powerful worship concert, and honor for gospel legends, farmers market, family day out, and food bazaar. December 4th to 7th at the Perez Dome.
For all the news updates, trending topics, good music, and unbiased analysis of various issues, listen to the Happy Morning Show on Happy 98.9 FM. We are your morning companion.
Special media team da kwa intimita. Da mazini mcheshe. Ni kama formula mukama hii. Ya kama uno mwenye na mwadina no kwenu. The Bible says from kwenu nton. Oton adachi ebe obuti Afrika. Timu kwa nyakupo mwa mnonchita.
Yes, I'm watching more from Happy Morning Show. So now playing live on Happy 98.9 FM. Motienka from number 12 at Nulu Street Asylum down Accra. Nisim 100.1 FM. Otamale. Nisim 95.9 FM. Elbo Gatanga. Oko abefontin tankesi ene so a Facebook ehona obetimi edi wani krotwa wisi edi enkomo na ye die no akire live ye gu Facebook o bomodin apiem ho ne enhyase ni nkomo e esan se ena no pema hunu se nipa dodo no akwa kopiem ho a won e kiro ma adwene efa ensem ahodo ho Bomodia fa o WhatsApp message no fa 0594 051 145 0594 051 145 and happy 98.9 FM your WhatsApp number. Mame go Facebook na yene wo mo ma jimre live on Facebook ni yene wo ensha se ni nkomo be mo Facebook all the message ne eto under the comment section live stream na koso happy 989 FM no a ho na making kan won sem no edi ama wo se wontimi mfa to so abomodin afafa ye WhatsApp number ne so na fa bra 0594 051 145 enu WhatsApp number obetimi di ensema hodo na faso edi abankoma hodo ayedie odwumadi ni so nyina no adwenkyere eho hia empanyimfo seti kro wo hoenkwa agina nyansa wo hoeni ba kofo tirimu ntifa de bra na yemfa nka dwumadi ni ho na ensombo Pedro Wamaldini Cruz or say the best show is live from Indianapolis. Kumasi Town, also Kesben Junction is the main location. Slide down, bossy. Good morning. Keep up the good work. Watching you live and clear from Kwabenya, Greater Accra region. Slide, good morning going out to you. Emmanuel M. Awule also watching you live from United States of Kisaman. Good morning, Obia, especially Fatih. She is fantastic. Chai. Henry T. Toe Jr. I say, good morning. I am watching you live from my residence in Kwadwo. Isaac Akroma, I say, I'm watching you live from Germany. Isaac, good morning going out to you. Piaga, I say good morning to you guys. I'm watching you live from Achem Asafo. Piaga, good morning going out to you. Onzu betimi do dia ba na mo menton ye makakra. Say yade na adokro won up baby do yade na ko. Wakwa enko. Mamenka o say ayaresabia ba ko wo mamu a. Wo so wono de waje ato ne kokoso aje ato ne hoso de asi ne sire so se yade ko ankro nyina no bomodi ana fabra ne be ko amana ko de amawo se ye honamani de ene honhom mu de bomodi afa be pie mu e wo Sabash Herbal Center. Say stroke, diabetes, prostate problems, piles, low sperm count. Ninyina no ayadia. Sabash Herbal Center. Ebesa yadia no ediama wo. Se open ko kwadro tatashe ba kwa obia agya tumwa. Nene mame enkamfo Sabasco bites. Mabodi ni miensa. Ene koko no emfa ho ni baabi ehye e woni padua mu ebeyi koko ni nyina de afiri ho de amawate na ho so watimi anya ahoɔden ne ahohane sa pepepe Sabasco bites ewo pharmaceutical shops, herbal shops, drugstores ahodo a etwa Ghana ho ahia nyina na emom se open doso puo mu atu akwakoton a mamenkai we se obeko Hilos or Kainshi Drug Lane and Crime. Little George, our Tema Community 5. Echoes Pharmacy ewo Ashaiman main station. Eho no ubo wura ho abetimi anya de dosopo mu etu akwakoton. For the best and effective spiritual soap, oil, any inkun dear. Mamin come from out say, and young kumbia ninkun. And young kun, a catcher said to me, Eddie whom would you may be at a timid whom you ma. And couldn't be wa na and young kumpa. And couldn't be had a strack run out on a bonnet. And yes, I'm gonna be as you did to me a bois, a multimidina brandy or soon would there be. Open a papa panadiana branabe PMWare. It was a Bashable Center. Mamenka say Benadabian Siabano Panoa, Dr. Kwadwo Sefah-Danquah on the gun of what didn't come on, Efa Home and Simu. We are now what the Ewa Quantre Eddie amount. Would this one? Na a hoto abba Eddie amount. Sabashable Center, Eye Juma, a Juada Copim, the question that Eswo, Bomodina Pimu, or ya catcher. Ya wala paz, ya ne a brantia spot in the dimshe and the moon. Frayentete from Humami Nuiso 0508 768 846 0508 768 846 and I say 0249 217 453 0549 217 453 Sabashable Center Oya dear Kwan Crony Nina Fabrani Beko Amana Kwama Wate Team here Soccer Bet is offering you a great opportunity to win even when you're losing with Soccer Chance. When you bet 10 or more matches, match beyond odds and I will say you're 1.30 and above. And you lose one game, we will still reward you 3 times your stake. CBA selected 15 matches, 14 about 1 hour. I make out set with a Soccer Chance. She can understand we try, you know. Your mama home, and son. Pay weight na open dien. I make out send she shake a crowd home. Terms and conditions apply. Soccer Bet is your #1 betting platform. Ewa Ghana ha. To Villa Water Solutions samin kai wo se ebano ensuo hu dwumadie nko ade a ene Ghana ha edin bia ne ho a obebo a obi abegia tumu apart from To Villa Water Solutions. Ti edin ye To Villa Water Solutions. Ene ebano se ensuo no yeye mu hwehwemu ye de collab ahwe se ensuo ne betumi anu manase ntimi nom. Microorganisms ahodo e wo ensuo ni mu o. Se ye tinsuo na nie Infidia hodo a ebo mi edi se adwuma we nyina no abefo de e To Villa Water Solutions no mo obie enyuma ko no aka no wo mu nibi wo mu nye sa de no wo mu ntimi enyi nkyene kran fa mfiri nsuo no mu mfa ma wo ene ye gaze ane ye tu abura na ma we de ye wie de aka no edawda edawabam se wo ntimi ampe obi amana mati nsuo na ni ama wo a ene ye wan kasa ojejereje o ene obahu sa na nsuo na ye nkyene nko a wo de bibi enye yie. But open end-to-end water solutions there. And you may come for To Villa Water Solutions at the amount. But more than any To Villa Water Solutions in our so at it. No my crowd so bedroom. Abwa between Shunama at Tieni, the Afadrobe who do Mudiaku a few mau dear do Juma. Or the Aquaco Piemu or Jumamu. And Incrutua who do for 20 solid years. And at To Villa Water Solutions at this Jumawi. Mr. Lawal of To Villa Water Solutions and then Adopayan Fantia Kessia and Fancon Comawe. Now, Mr. Lawal, and I at the Enchiakesia Eddie Kwakoma, the Member of Parliament for Okankwe South Constituency. Ora Ernest Adumako Adudono Afreni Kion. Ora Kion Adopai, good morning going out to you. Maminka will say on the 18th of December 2025, the grand finale, the final for the year. Happy on Wheels, Ebekoso Ewakaneshi Market. Yawada, between 2 p.m. and 6 p.m. Brani Entenas in Yenin Komo, Bronya Nekra Nebeko saying, Sadan will be able to gauge, said the Bronya Nebeko. On the 18th of December 2025, Happy on Wheels, Okankwe South Sub-Metro, Maya Crado dia, and the engine I am Monsiamwe. 18th of December 2025. Ewo Kaneshi Market. Yemfa happy on wheels. Afimi nyina no die chatwo ene de ebre wo no. Will engage the leadership of the Municipal Assembly, assembly members, and also give traders and driver unions of Kaneshi the platform to voice their concerns. Remember, it's happening on the 18th of December. 18th of December 2025. 2 p.m. to 6 p.m. Please don't miss out. See you there. Adia nyina bishiem ewo ho na yedi eye sa adwumai. Ma menka usen komo mienu aye betwetwe na I think say many Europa Fatisha Ebuali moso baako mienu miensansana yama empanyimfo ahodo no atumi awuramu na omuso ma kyerɛ ma adwene won koma aye twetwe no ho ene anopai and we'll have an in studio conversation to Mr. Wa eye edia eye ora langmati eba betena eye fidua mu na yene no atwetwe kon but when the issue of health eba a rapper Fatisha Ebuali, and especially Enra IEC Hose a World AIDS Day. Say that idea so say kaka ho say ya de ana eduru brebi ekon ya na enkro no egusu ho amanfo dodo no ano na won enya na ohwe data kakra ede yanimu a AIDS Commission ede betu dwa Enra ewo bra na Ghana AIDS Commission omo eka commissions ahodo mu wiase afana ho na yedi sa eda no obesie esewani na ense okatre de if we are talking about 334,000 people are omo enya HIV ewo mo they are living with HIV and AIDS. Na enra na me kan data bia na nka mpese me boso sima be mienu ana miensa ansa na mama Europa Fatisha Ebuali abamu ewo ensemi eho eni nyina efa enipadodo a wo mu enya bie ene the age range no eno eneye asemo eha me kakra between a year 35 and 49. They are more that age group ne the most affected. But Oshe and Mufra Akroma debate fee 19 na banwa. You see, the do no so itimi inya ya deni bia. Mekai dana mini Dr. Tia Hini aiding commander or kase that is scary. Mia ho doa anasa kwanya ho doa nipa do no enam so inya ya de wani bino. Na oboso say same sex and sensem ewo eye omaimu is one of the contributing factors ema nipa binumu enya HIV any AIDS ewo eye omaimu. But when some of these numbers especially when it has to do with health, what do you say? Because medium surukaka.
Sefah, say we advocated for the fear and associated with HIV, no? Ebe fiho. Sene ebeya ebeboa ama omo a omo kachi bi no. Ehu no nko ano entumi emomo conditioning near worse. Ehu no emma omo emfa nhye dem say ade na mewu ntino mewu ewie ntimi nhye dem na menwu preko ewa abra na mmoa ewo hono ma ombetumi enya ama omo live long quality life enti e ba ne sa no na afei no the fear attached to yare no efi hono. Na fe no, it's like, so what's next? Member me who buying for what? Minye bia, I can be on medication, it can be treated, but may live normal life. Cram omo ebeche ubetumi aware awo ni ade nyina no. And no, I contribute to a certain extent to numbers na yenya no. We are simu na Ghana ha no. Eye obi wo ho a ote numbers no na say depending on where you stand, we show obi so ebeka so say normal. But ye de nyina akoka wi ase for ne ho a na yenya eye nipa 44 million omewu omonti ase omewu because of HIV/AIDS. 44 million. Na afe no oba omo wo HIV omuti wi ase enso eye in the millions, 40.8 million. Not just a Ghana de na beka ho. Enti no so wohwɛ mu a not just a we a number of people be ana ubenya obi a or HIV/AIDS.
Yeah.
Obi wo HIV, obi wo AIDS. Enro any treatment ahodo e wo honom. First no, send na ye hu obi wo AIDS and or HIV we think say they would look like no Nancy and Sabia. You have people who are living with HIV are omunim some with HIV. Ebia because omo immune system no good. Enti enhye enti nsimu ebe prompt omo
so
to go and seek enti numbers na known no eno won chain. Then the numbers are known no chain. And that is the dangerous aspect of it. Nipa ni nim to obi na wabeka say ebia makoshi obi enne mene ne kwaye bibi enti no ben protect nipa no and as a man nipa no protecting onim or yeko onim so obi wafa blade or the bubu ni more etwa no obi a whole lot. For me the danger is with the unaccounted for. And minim kwaya yebetumi afa so a yebe encourage regular testing, regular counseling. I don't know how you bet me I encourage that. We advocacy a year for HIV, mainly centered on living a quality life with Yariano.
Yeah.
Mainly centered on using protection. But I think that we lacked on encouraging testing.
Yeah.
And regular testing.
Yeah.
And you say HIV no is such that untumin test back. Now on kasa there is a period out between the first test I'll be and the next test I'll be. How regularly and obi wo ho abeso or so ye HIV test. No huni status keke. We do not have that. Now, World Health Organization can say, in as much as a year HIV, any cure no, it can be prevented and it can also be treated. You can say you treat BBA and you say you two as the conditions in a coffee bano on best so you know I know. Now, a more let's say to reduce your risk, no. Ubet be a zip line for the condoms ni be a brew. So and a regular a year testing. And also ebebwa. Almost science which say ubet me choose a year medical male circumcision. Almost say anya wanzam. Almost say use hospital for DNA. So and almost say we be a wo home panie for nubonea. Seek help. Because I know so what me any be FM. Now fe no bet me so for pre-exposure a year prophylaxis medicine and no beboa they are preventing so ubet me akachibi. Now this year almost they are raising awareness of HIV and support access to prevention, treatment, and care for all. Now, the World AIDS Day, and as a year commemorate here enra, a year US President say, "Amudi omun commemorate hey, on tiasia, koshipono, yeah, bind ye, or so be commemorate." Into amudin some ebe tuja, a year government of Ghana, eka ye hon MIMK World AIDS Day no. Now the theme no a year overcoming disruption, transforming AIDS response. Aye. Na omo say Ghana ya boy humodin ye pa ewo eye ekon aye kon efa HIV/AIDS hono. Na osan so say Ghana are recorded a commendable result from evidence-based prevention, treatment and care interventions. Nemo omo I can say HIV omo adwin no it's still a significant health concern. Na current national year estimate ni indicate say 334,700 people and omo HIV omo deti oman mu. Na 2024 no oman no recorded 15,200 new infections and more than 12,600 AIDS related deaths. Na omo prevention efforts no there a lack consistency. Yen say anwa brass kra. And a stigma against persons living with HIV no so are reaching unacceptable levels. Really. Nana so where then cream so be with HIV now what discriminate against them. You know. Na omo say ne ya a year gains a yenya kakra no ye betumi a safeguarding into no. Aban ede enyoma atu akwemu a mo say President John Dramani Mahama February 2025 ni mu no Okache Ministry of Finance say omonhwe na omonfa sika ento ho a ebeboa HIV services because yes no external assistance no emma to say ne wo say etimi ba no eja Trump kra say ema ye commemorate hwe enti no ebe den we be use kasa mo fa nkoboa HIV. Now osan so e kan say cabinet approve revised national workplace HIV and wellness policy. And no eboa prevention reduces stigma na fair protect adwumayefo. Na aban sign launch national HIV response sustainable roadmap. And no ebeboa mobilize domestic resources any access to prevention, treatment and building long-term resilience. Inti the aban kan nyina say omo enya okunimu omo de nyaman so atoto akwemu a ebeboa ama numbers na omo che say yenya na yeni enje ho no ebetumi abafom na sa new numbers na abano ohwe the age of amanfo munya na ka obeka say sa age no enka wo so omo ya awarefo sa age no 35 to 49 years no.
Yes.
Anka Ghana ha no sa age for no na ya omote aware mu pa. Enti is it that omokwa ware no oman go through the process na obeka so obe akoye test obe say and I say within the marriage no na obi eko contract ye e de ba ye ebia nipa na contract wa contracting through sex there but I don't have the facts or statistics to back that.
Yeah.
But anka uko shwemu ebe say ebe fi won waba. That should tell you the level of carelessness when it comes to enyoma ayeye ewa abonting. I would wish say me were facts and figures
of
to back maybe I'm adwin no nanka me hu say na make me aka asem no eyi
the facts and figures
but yenya hwe ye no matter what it would affect you one way or the other. That time cry ebia nipa wonyare hwe nya wonya HIV wonya AIDS odi beko adwuma na ebia odi kwa akosa like akwaje antiretroviral. That is if you even get on the antiretroviral. And I say so wo kwa akoto mpo a sika obe use di akwa akoto no. Yantong, yes, yantong.
Yeah.
But and you be also and I walk the free way ni so. Ah, obeko akwaje. And you be an also. Yes. Inti kwame na obefa so obenya bi. Unless you say you would have the HIV ama virus no akosransa. You do what to swana. It would affect your quality of life one way or the other. Inti muma yenya hwe yie.
Yenya hwe yie no. Fati the data na nyina aba. And I believe say ni padodo no so when we talk about stigma with regards to one more HIV/AIDS, you know, there was a literature be making kind. One of the reasons that Emma Manfo and hospitals are hold on konkoji a drone no bit me abomo ama or mapomo dini to me ejina brand is as a result of the stigma that they receive, especially when they go to some of the hospitals. Because on more kwakoji antiretroviral drugs or more a line ni and now Oberhaman for chum who if from one thing that is clear, idea about Baby Daddy Pifiami in Yahoo say, a come here say, the Ubo Ananka and Kane, a war HIV eats a home, and one, as I said, the Ubono, I know Abras, because perhaps of the gains that Yenya and Asia Choki as a result of our national implementation strategies. Yediegu akwamu a eboa ama etumi abre HIV AIDS ano ase ewo maimu but yebetumi aye de brosa enti we ni de menim say aban strategies ahodo odigu akwamu no ebeboa ama yetumi ayo nia ebrosa se de be na mesia yehui ano ebetumi abrase. Please let us all understand also say yade no yade ekum enti manenya wadwene se yebetumi akon atienti. Now you go around and engage yourselves in activities that are a bit exposable to the disease, the infectious disease. Tinye, infectious. Se me mensaka na mama me ho ban ya. Meti me diama unya oban me. Eno ni ade ma eno eye hu no. But the concerns that are being raised about the reignition of prevalence rate, no. Say a right concern answer. It's an say be a ye ni a different one in tieno. And ama yadwano, say no, sign a man a human to build. There are things that only penufua, one more edint intima yen shimu, efa HIV is a home any de cahono. Omo ever catcher wo, say obet me ayo to prevent, say adiano ebi en canwo. Please, they have consistently been hammering on abstinence to abstinence. A chunk of HIV AIDS here. Dodono inya ewo memon is through sex. Tiniye is through sex. Enyamen America. This is data from the Ghana AIDS Commission. Service a hodwa won ayo ewo memo is through sex. One more munya be through other means, no. Ebia mame bi owo bia okwa akwo na ebia moja bia ka ne ba ma ne ba no atumi anya bie no eno eyekuma bi. I'm not saying say eno ho but AIDS Commission data me ate ase say dodo no an won mo munya HIV any AIDS no is through sex intimisremo aya na ahobambo no e wo say itimi edimu in that aspect misrew e mekai bribi pa na omo dewru ni gina soro den no say abstinence.
Yeah,
abstain. It is a pebi dia abstain. Say you one partner now on a tier, and no one partner, and Tina Copim, yes,
why is your one partner, your one partner?
Say that one partner could be the partner of another person, and that another person could be a partner of another person, and that so the chain will go bit me ako why and ye be a ona okoko faba you, obi na kote de kumubi, and obi kote de kumubi, and obi kote de kumubi, and ababe pim a oh so. Timisramo we de ekokobo nanka ye hwe epusu homa no na ye ne owura Edem Kwauba Hene or your immediate past vice president Ghana HIV and AIDS network Ganet nanka hwe se bitime pusu homa no ne no edinko ye pusu homa no o ma esimadu se yen sanfre no nemum ye pusu homa no a yen sanka no nti we de se ebia ye ko animu an yen saka no e bo moden a se yɛde ne beba ahoma no so na enkome wo ho no yɛtumi adi bi na futuo kakra wɔ se yɛgye no yɛtumi agye bi ɛde afiri no ho. Happy 98.9 FM na so kuso atentwumadi no ɛyɛ the Happy Morning Show.
For all the news updates, trending topics, good music, and unbiased analysis of various issues, listen to the Happy Morning Show on Happy 98.9 FM. We are your morning companion.
Hey, Kofi, meet me a kanchimano. About bedano oyere. Abra utia just 1,000 Ghana cedis. Me ya one ya.
Uyo obi oyi nkonya.
Wait see. Me a Happy FM Valentine Mass Wedding 2026.
Sa dwumadie no a ye hoahoa wo se oye odehye niema koda ahogye kese na yesan ema manfo di wakire se de oye celebrity no.
Wetwa. Be fie dionini. Ane de aka odo ho asema. Ya ka warifo bebrabom.
Sesi ano me de me mpra no miensa no ba.
Debi Kofi. Oba baako, bema baako, odo baako.
Happy FM Valentine Mass Wedding. Well love meet affordability. A warrior on another level. Don't know.
Before registration forms, ewo Happy FM asalam down.
So person so yasene a, obetimi afrete for homan 0244 906 235 and I say 0302 254 858. Mamen kai wo sense se kakra wo.
From December 4th to 7th, join thousands at the Perez Dome for the biggest gospel celebration of the year.
Worship, praise, and plot. Honors and Fanfare 2025.
Performing on the night, Pastor Joe Beecher, Nana Yawa Sari, Mark Enim Yurenchi, Kwadwo Ting, Joyce Blessing, Muda.
4 days of stage play, a powerful worship concert, and honor for gospel legends, farmers market, family day out, and food bazaar. December 4th to 7th at the Perez Dome.
For all the news updates, trending topics, good music, and unbiased analysis of various issues, listen to the Happy Morning Show on Happy 98.9 FM. We are your morning companion.
It's exactly 8:30. Happy Morning Show. No so egusu awtie no no watwe abo apai mo pepepe e wodwumadi ni so enana pay. Mamen ka say Ura Festus Longmati, head of programs, Ghana National Education Campaign Coalition. I trying to tear friend the neck, you know. Idea when I'm council ba ama yedi and komo. But big question I maybe sir and maybe 1 minute per any budget fatty ni views on this one. Big question I maybe sir say Adentina emfie bebreni no. Yentumi ehunu kwan a yebetumi esi apo a enkwada ebo ewo nso hwemu no ano kwan. 1 minute.
What's your question again?
Me say, emfie bebreni. Adenti ena apo a enkwada bo ewo nso hwemu no. Yentumi nsi ano kwan. 1 minute.
Sefah, people are getting more sophisticated ways of beating the system because we are not focusing on the necessary things that we need to focus on. Ain't you know? A man for him say, there is a way I meet me in your upon na me who answers at the actual exams no because in our mind, you know, it is all about passing. Pass, yeah, then that's it. Whether you even understood a seminar watch no question now kind and what you say answer now ode ma ye no what you say your friend ebegina ho say o answer watch ye cry ye the two anim cry say kind na kire ye mu a ebi a on te ase the more who silly loopholes, you know, no be ehun. Another one will be a obetumi afa sa kwan no so the answer. There was a time be obi ka so call university be ewo Ghana Hanum private university a okwa no be te garden onu nko a o te garden mu na o te table chair and ni paper down anima oye na ade. Nti ono so ni nam school mu no hu nse nipa ne te garden nti ochibe no si owu ye de no si o make exams. And I say na supervisor no way Invigilator were here. Other students were here. And also your try exams. Because school, no, at the integrity, aka at the trainer or more trainer at home. Ain't you know, on himself. Me integrity, no, ebe show ewa bra obia enhwe.
Yeah.
That is where my integrity comes in.
Okay.
Ain't you know, me try exams, no. Dia met your much time, no, dia meti ase no. And I made the answer. When we also move away from, you can say, oh, what is, me fan say, 1 + 1 answer, my Instead, say, nipa can say, oh, me for halfway, for half 4, and also be 2. Nah, obet me actually musa, and I say, me for 1/3, na me the 1 no ebe ka ho a ebe abeso 1, and I say 1/4, me yi mienu free mu, you know, the entremua, and I said the reasoning behind why 1 + 1 is 2, no, no, then we will not be able to answer questions on our own and yet definition. Ya try idea search that ABI you can say, oh, all boys love blue. A fact, and I say a opinion, Bibisa.
Yeah.
Not in your answer, no. Won't mean chairman at the country who feel it a fact, and I say a opinion.
Yeah.
But teacher Neka say all boys wear blue. A opinion, and I say a fact. Into anyone I mean you be samia make a cultural opinion fact asa. They have not equipped me well enough to want to go beyond fact or opinion to explain. Say it is a fact because boy baby I'll be very blue. I hate to say uniform. And I say your opinion because minimum member back me and say be blue cromun share bida or moon pay blue. They be almost pay white. Ebia no we Timothy. Into they be almost pay white. Into your known to me and find no all boys like blue and your fact man. Watch it mu. Anunti ena apotu no. Ye ntumi nyai. Ukwa ko fasa ise akra exams no kro mo ntwe paper so be mo betwe computer so a. Still obi betu apo.
Oma Kaya Sembio, Professor Baku, History Department, University of Ghana. What's open book? Open book exam. So the book is there. Open the book and Bomodena answer the questions Ebusa one. But our limited timer. Ediama Nanamwako. Are you focusing? Nanamwako. Na oboso to honor every free too. Free part too. You open books and you go handout or the amount.
When you say curriculum, we are seeing. Omo enti akwala, omo nti nkwala.
Yes.
Uma answer. A me fan say deviation from the known answer. Omo frel ma wo chire mu.
Provide justification.
Adukronti a wo feel say will answer.
That's the answer. And then I think that is the way we need to start teaching them, Fran. Because you cannot wait out until somebody is CBOB or tertiary institution or a first degree and as well a master's. And so I'm trying to say, as far as you are able to provide tangible reasoning for the response that you have given, knowledge, if free, maybe free ever. And so when I say a fati answer, no one the right answer. Just as you came up with different modules of explaining why 1 + 1 and into me in you 2 because 1.5 + 0.5 you 2 and I'm a boy 1.8 plus 0.2 you 2. So if you're able to provide justifications to all of these things, then they tell you, so, okay, your response is accepted. And I think that we need to start teaching in Kodano, especially more a free primary school or urban. So they will not be accustomed to that simple responses. Say ane Kwadwo ene ama baako ye oba baako ye bema hwana ye oba na bema no abo Kwadwo din adentia say Kwadwo na ye bema. No. Why? dientia ena woka. Why are you choosing a year Kwadwo? So your bema. Why are you choosing Ama so your bar? I think we need to start doing that. Ora lang mate aka tell me say odi traffic mo den pa. But say bi o ma me kan yen sa no ma yenye atifo enso adwenkyere on the akoso efa emofra no ensohwe no esunsunsanso no. The babe to dwa no Aaron Babako Komisa joining live on Facebook. Comensa Pillar 2 joining live on Facebook. But the American schools binuma. That's what they do. That's what they practice. So it allows for nuanced responses to questions. And they teach them to be very expressive. So they blame Koran to me. And it makes Koran very curious because last Sunday, we could talk Willy. My little daughter asked me a question. Daddy, what do they mean when they say something is love? Yes, your daughter. That's the question she asked. What is the meaning of love? Fred, in income 0551 563 916 0555 657 278. Comments up to the audio a buy in the young koha na young kanye. Comments up pillar 2 or say a the politics. Dr. Baumia has taken the lead for MPP presidential race or Koda Dada. Kudos to Haji Safia Mohammed, next NPP. National Women Organizer, hopeful and honorable bright. Sophie Kumi, next NPP National First Vice Chair. Aaron Babako Komisa say we must accelerate the mandatory adoption of National Electronic Pharmacy Platform e-Pharmacy and expand it into a comprehensive electronic health records and e-claims processing system across all NHIS accredited facilities. Let's champion rapid nationwide rollout of the e-claims system. A digitally optimized NHIS will ensure the financial health of our clinics, eliminate medicine shortages, and solidify the progress we have made towards quality healthcare for all. Friend, 0551 563 916 0555 657 278. Two numbers in obi to me afre na ode aba jumadi ni so ene anopay en mofra no sohwe ensunsanso no au ehon sem kan no enra hyase se yedibi ena anopay na yebisa se adenti dientra edientra ena aykamya se eye apo a enkoda no ebono no ya yentumi enso ano edien ena ewo tirimu anase wugidie se ene ohaw potin na nkasa edien ena wugidie se contribute to apo ahodo a enkoda no ebon fati edina dwenkyeraba wonso adwenkyere no ene ne de he yedi nkomo ede afa HIV ena AIDS ho sunsunsanso ene nipadodo a wo ewo bie wo man mu no eno nso eyasem kese eda ho yade no guso a edokro amanfo ha amanfo edi oyone kese ena eto the public health sika nanka wo se timi edibo oman apomodini ho nsem ebra no ho izanse na say wonu mananka wo de some of these antiretroviral drugs no bi edum ye vaccines ahodo no bi edum ye no dodo no ase sika no wo mu agya dema nti sese wo se oman no a ene pa akwan ahodo so ekokope enuro no bi na yedima wonu a womu enya HIV and AIDS yade wonu bi but of your data a free Ghana AIDS Commission ho eba nsem a eda na die a etiri mo se ene nipa dodo no ano wonu madi emfie be aduasanum ekopem emfie aduanan enkron na do no enya yade ni bi no emhyehyɛ kakra edimai what they are telling us ne say yade no de ewo ho ebi ehu da ubo se de be ne yebetimi atwe ho de afiri ho no ena akofom a yade ne de yade a egusu ewo ho a eno nso nsem a yabrobro so live on the show this morning nemu mwadwenkyere ena sesei no yehwe si ebetimi agibie minim se bia owura langbate ba be kan nsa de a okan nsa e bia sima edunum ne kan ho no aka no na yene no atwetwenkom nemu sesei ane de onso betimi afre no akere wadwen 0551 563 916. And I say 0555 657 278. Live on Happy 98.9 FM. Martin, we didn't be a free.
Okay, me Daniel, make a free Mampong and Akazu County.
Daniel, Pacho, me Wadarma. Pacho, open radio, no chungu free home. My feedback or Wadarma.
Me Pacho, you Martin. Then person make a kakafa education in minister. Then ya go school kakapen. In kwaya ya faso tro ya social ya to me didi nkunim. But yen to me handily bibi yen daily from the root. Adibia opeso to us is a dress opeso kuna. Also unya kwa training hini. So training hini dia into me fife. And to see a kumpote pa and sana social school for the better. Maybe mwenya and katane did that. In Chaifa Numunya and Katani. And only idea was a shannon. Say, to me, and yeah, no free wa. Say a beck wet yapani dear, a bayadin. Indeed, dear, was say it to me when he said, a choir of us a personal and son and social brain. And on as you to me see no choir, Vigitumpa said, they bet to me a two, sir, a bonny as.
Thank you very much. I'll say, Yanko to the root of Babia Amanfonia Apono Ifri. And no, any idea back where was it to me, Eddie and ni isiswo. Say, and to me, and for Yenny and Siswa, any a bear dynamine. See a bit to me, a con etia a year, chronoa. My main can't say because a chrono, if you cheat, you over chrono. Chrono and Codanebo. Bra ekwakotenasie aye ensohwe no. So yes, of course, and it brings into the conversation fana ya mofra no enya questions no efri, because minim se otiritreni bi betimi akonya questions no dia ba, unless say one more SG questions nankasa ne bi no, and I say companies ne de kokoma so mum print questions no one more ena by means. It sounds so much they leak some of the question papers. The common schools are hold schools are hold no eton enya so for so the keke. If indeed say ebia yebeka say there is collusion and could there be anya konya bi akwakonya papers ni bia adan ye musa nkwada no enko bia no a questions ni free buy no, but of course yeah punishing kwa yemenim san kwa na ebon yeah punishing, but baby any one free buy no.
Apple, is it not for sale?
How is Apple for sale?
Like obi ma Apple, you
don't
pay money.
Yes, you pay money.
Do you know the amount and omutia?
Yes.
It's in the thousands.
Yes.
And
it's in the tens of thousands.
More thousands when he from the Apple. My wolf on a Apple.
Those
are yes, our
phone are betting crime.
Our wolf on a top of an Uncolano Oscar. Our wolf on a top of Mancolano. And Apono. Sometimes the sentence, Obi woho. Nipa no bet me I watch man or security officer. Nipa no bet me I teacher. Nipa no bet me I vigilator. Nipa no bet me I driver. All they need a mobile phone. Or coffee question no track crack. Apo mo send via a WhatsApp.
Yeah.
Nancy. And yes, our coffee people are calling photocopy. Who near that jail they call photocopy. Or funny phone now we trying to crack. And to Obi Oha, they even went ahead to say omo the inside say omo the paper no beba a night before. Sometimes first nanka omo the papers nyina ebekọ akogu sentence no enti no emre no so anamoyi first na bia 2 days before, a day before. Now say they will either bring it on the day of the exam or anaju desium apo catcher no on that obetwe ya nyakwenya no akwa kre na wa distribute na wo no wakosua wa de na ya ma wa 1 hour to exams timer emu aba empa na de be put me aboa. And there are different aspects of the apple. Ebi wo honoma, we have given you the questions into Konako find the answers. Some come with answers. Obi atna ho work answers na ma nti ene echu empo na nkasa
Mama variations.
Okwaya a na wo tro. Into different types of apple, any how much it will cost you for the kind of apple that you would want. But I'm saying, say, parents are bashaboni or modesha or man and saying when it comes to education, no. And no one's so na yenya no.
Ura lang matiaba. For the next 10, 12 minutes. Traffic na chino. Tino mama kansa ente. Ura first islamati. Head of programs. Emma, the Ghana National Education Campaign Coalition, and pay Wabeka answer. But I think that this is where we continue the conversation from, and everybody seems to be talking about examination malpractice day in day out, year in year out. Idea West African Examination Council, Yanu Mudin Komadi tell us, say, oh, yes, Yahodo a bit me a boy, said the Bayan Quadano Chrono Mobo and so Unimuno. Ibitimi abre ano ase but consistently ayade afibia ye hunu bi esa se enkoda ne bi nsohwe ya twen asensen enkoda ne bi nsohwe ya twam enkoda ne bi ya tabiri won ade won akwa kugina emra no esanse won ato emra roland mate anopa miamu a chen mu akwa ban from happy morning show no so upon what seems to be the issue with apahodo and generally enkoda no results e buy I know say as a coalition. What the money creature we see Martin somewhere so amount from the responses that have been given by the Ghana Education Service with regards to the akoso mufano modern bonmoon. You're on tougher on that.
Yeah, and good morning.
Good morning,
and I meet you and I meet you motif on so Mofanche me say a man to me in her in them. Na nsema koso ni de nsema ehun hia pa say yetimi interested so much interested yes and say this is the human resource base of our country.
True.
Now there's no society surviving without the youth and also without children.
True.
And it's they are also to me na ne woman say it is just unfortunate say mano omo green say or say omo for the easy means to get to the top. And I don't know these are children that we are preparing to take up the mantle of leadership in the future.
True.
Now say omo who say nothing good comes easier. I mean and the MY. And TM said they want to find an easier means getting to the top. And nothing obody focus they are too appalling a account. Now upon enya idea ebeboa. Esan say ne hian say ube have the ability at every level or say ultimate ability equivalent to that level ebetimi abo amawa transition to the next level in your academic career. Now say me find say exams on SSL ebiana one more de one sua de ambo humode now so wanya afa kwambu so ama ya pe ama wako enim uko enim o how na de ma wo because clearly no you don't even have the capacity to
go to the next level.
To go to the next level to yes na o how na de ma wo na o how so na de ma teachers no any omon better at that level and me say one of the problems we are having and they say in teachers no now they are interested in preparing the children only to go and write examination. Meanwhile, school called there, it's not about examination. Examination is just to test your abilities. Say, or at least
what you see.
And now, or say, it me true at the Emma Utiasie. Now, say, Utiasie ye. Now, say, we could do exams for now. It's just a matter of application. At it's a now one and one over apply. It may be any question before Biano. Ubet me through the application of your knowledge now again, ubet me funny, proper and more practical solutions to some of these questions. Now, sir, in the situation where your friend is saying past questions, you could share past questions in the aquaculture exams. Those were past questions. Now, say, exams no. Now, says our questions now. We not just aquaculture. And I said, no put nearby now. So, almost twisting a crabby, pe ube say now aquaculture. Oh, and you know, it is best to understand feel that you need to understand it rather than say who prepare for exams. You will not be very well prepared for the future. You will not be very well prepared for the world of work. And I balance as well. You cannot suit yourself into any industry. Yes, another or how now the brain me in a qua now be kind as a mine. And I'll say yet me share now. Yen sensitizing and teachers yen created that awareness and mom say it is very important say you be more frana they be focus on training the children to understand the content of what they are supposed to learn. Now exams now and no dear they will not need help from anywhere to be able to go through. Now no so ebe boa
what if a church for no a year or majuma? But then the problem seems to be coming from a year and more frano or more Asian deal.
Yeah, let me say you can't quality education. We all have responsibility to play.
Yes.
And yeah, our chef parents also have the responsibility to ensure say they support their children to be able to go through the academic career successfully.
Yes.
Well, we as Education Coalition, for instance, we also have our responsibilities to ensure say yes, we have my education across or mine.
Yes.
And above all, the government also have the responsibility to show say to ensure say that all the resources that government must provide is provided for teaching and learning to be effective. Now, the woman say we all know say education is a public good, and if it is a public good in the natural say it must be provided by government. So we can sit the the friend is saying the provision of a quality education into the hands of other stakeholders, not a government engineer also oil. It is a collective effort. Ebetimi Abuama education at Koye. Now, your man be so they are not being responsible because they say you have a right to go to school. You have the right to be in school. You have the right to access quality education. Now say your man now who as a corona who and as a student now who also swindle now who swindle because me to me embed in a classroom and swindle amount.
True.
Wa for senior so mu ye bia na so mu ye ni na say one kasa one swindle mu to me embed swindle na amount. And at the end of the day no say who one ye ni also we are now automatically not just say you are heading towards failure. Or we are heading towards failure.
Yeah.
And the children, the students have responsibilities to play. But what you say, in recent times, let me say, because of these social media activities, a lot of them distract their learning activities with these social media engagements. Now, almost social media, so they don't go to, they don't deal with any better content. But content, but content, do no say TikTok, content. They even create the content themselves. Time also they no say now they are creating content on social media. And your content so some of the content to the extent say be when you're ready, how can this contribute to a academic career now? Who pursue? Well, and let me say they have a responsibility, and it is very important. Say we try to have a national dialogue on these issues because some will say to me here because these children are the future of this country, and if we don't take some of these issues serious, then we should know say we are not being fair to ourselves as a country. And the idea also to me responsible by themselves to ensure say they go through the system and go through the system well.
In your general assessment of how we've handled issues of education, would you say we've handled it well? I'm asking this question because Yene, a lecturer who is also an educationist, Edin Koma na Okase Ekamia say the concentration or the attention that is needed to be given to the basic level, which is the foundation of Ghana education. yen shared that emfa yeni enkoho eyi esa, and that could be the results that we are seeing because of our lack of attention for our basic education.
In fact, you have rightly said it, and it is one of the advocacy year over the years. The basic, that is the foundational level. Now we need quality products from the foundational level to feed into the upper levels, like the secondary school levels in the account.
Yeah.
When we need quality product from this level.
Yes.
Now it's a basic level, no, anko year automatically, no. Not just a so hard year. And see, we've been advocating for government to focus more resources into improving the basic sector. Adentina na kasa. We share basic sector now. We still have over 5,000 schools that are still operating under trace and in dilapidated structures.
True.
Oh, now you may bonibe na omwaye. And see, at least we need to make sure that we protect our children. Now, apart from that, you know, we still even have over 4,000 basic schools are omuni junior high school departments. And the banisana say abofran ewie class 6. Now na
school for
school for maybe a school for now the nearest school now obe konso na ewa. And automatically now we are trying to create barriers for that child to be able to access education. Well, and the basic level need the ultimately say also to me focus on it. For instance, if we are looking at investing more in the secondary school level, no, and you're bad, and you're bad, and we are not against it because it is equally very important.
True.
But it is more important, say, you be prepare Mofrano at the basic level before they get to that level. Until you know, there's the need for us to invest a lot of our resources, our basic level, no, to try to solve all the problems, bridge all the gaps at that level before we extend a lot of the resources to the secondary level
and the tertiary
For instance,
level.
when it comes to the implementation of this free SHS program, you know, himself free SHS na yadipa, yadia abeboa yemani be brain na. Now, so no say beboa at the end of the day, and contribute baby also mudra. Actually, say we are only wasting resources. Now, say to me, I push a lot of these resources into the basic level. Now, say to me, solve all the problems there, and then we are able to prepare the children at that level better to be able to transition to
secondary
to
level.
The secondary level now. Say, there are a lot of investment across a while. We will invest less and then achieve more at that level because the children are already well prepared from the previous level as our Modunia.
Final question will be this, and I want a simple answer. Were you surprised by a results nearby?
Yes, we were actually surprised because all along, naturally, say we were not getting a true picture of the abilities of our children.
Okay,
and also the naturally, say we were not actually grooming quality product to take up the mantle of leadership in this country in the future.
Ura, Festus Lamati, I say, and I tell for more fun because also in term are over, but winning traffic, which is costing us $300 million on an annual basis. And no be and so the productive period that I see to this win all that productive period. There be a catcher when I speak about data. Sometimes you know I junior say aya na sifa open data do $300 million. And no, and since I'm only been to a first of Lamate, I'm a midrantam. Young fan community here. Na Jeffrey Sintim Courageous Kelly on a sports team like Cradom, they happy sports brain a brand of apia dance them now bude a month for Asano. Yes, also Yami Porch and a customer do I'm an by some transibute. Now, the another edition of the Happy Morning Show at the Abreu Live on Happy 90.9 FM. Your friend and compasser this year, Kwadwo Sefah-Danquah.